Hi, everybody.
Wow.
Not quite the hello I was expecting. First, we're going to do a quick check to see that sound is actually working before I go into the whole spiel.
Oh yeah, did people check
It sounds like it is.
to make sure
Audio is working.
other thing
say,
was
I hear
working? What
audio.
just happened, Shazoo? Oh hey, thank you for the
Zoo.
Who did this up? Who said he
Pyro.
wanted it? Pyro.
Thank you, Lampy.
sub. Also,
So-
sorry I've been inactive in chat. I've been doing background setup thing. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Hi, everyone. How you
Do
doing?
it for me.
Thank you, sir. Hello and welcome, everyone, to Dungeons and Dragons. We are the Stormy Dragon Tavern. We will be playing the Trials of Xel'nari. We're episode 73. It's been going for a while now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some of you have even almost died. Some of you have.
I was gonna say, I did die.
But you got better.
Go back.
But after all the chaos that has been the last 2 days in Tanzanite, which has been a dozen episodes for us, but 2 grueling, torturous days in Tanzanite for the party, they are relaxing, they are planning and prepping for the festival to come. And that's all. It's a nice quick summary for the day.
Yeah.
They've got prepping and planning to go. They want to build a float for the festival when it comes about.
We have plans
Plans upon
Oh,
plans.
yeah.
and diagrams.
Yes, I did some sketches and doodles just to help us better visualize what we were working with. So, Kovac built the main structure of the float by casting Fabricate a whole bunch of times. The main body of it is as indicated. It's got 6 wheels, pretty solid base. I think around the center of it there would be some hatches built into the floor that contain like target dummies and like targets and things to shoot at and other assorted demonstrational tools, but she hasn't put much effort into the actual like style or aesthetics of it and has left that for the rest of the party to bring to life.
That's a me thing, not a you thing.
So, who else has contributed something of style or substance to the float?
I have a quick question before we proceed. I don't have a list of things that Bruna does.
I gave you that list.
I have
will
her
give you the list again.
intended spells, but not her misspells.
Yes, you don't know what her misspells are.
Yeah, we do. We tested them
We
all.
tried a couple.
You tried a couple of them.
We tested them all back when we were on the island.
Did you not write them down as you worked them all out?
I probably did on a notebook somewhere that I
Somewhere.
no longer have.
All right, I'll send them through to you.
I was gonna say, clearly Storm has forgotten. Must start again.
I can tell you
Ooh.
the ones that I wrote down.
And someone redeemed a DM reroll because they want to see us fail.
So-
Prodigy.
Prodigy, yes.
Why? You know the most
Uh,
frustrating thing? I have like 26,000 coins and I can't spend them.
26,000. I'm on 234,000.
The point is, like, I can't spend the tokens
Yeah.
because I play the game. not
Oh
the
shit!
stream.
Y'all doing things? Ah, fuck.
The ones the ones that we did figure out was that burning hands was turning hands. For 3 rounds, your hands are constantly spinning around. You have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
And
One
sleight of
second,
hand
Zoe.
and
1 second, Zoe. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I need to know. Does anyone remember how many of each of the things we had? I feel like we
Of
had
the rerolls,
one.
I
left?
had one. I had one left as well.
Did we have more than one then? Someone had 3 and someone had 1. So if you had
I-
one,
I
did
think
we
I
have-
think we
I
had
think we had
three.
three.
I'll say I
Yeah,
think we
the
have three.
players had 3.
yes.
I'm
Well, now
set,
it's 3 apiece.
I'm gonna set that up now. Just you know.
I was gonna say, yeah. Now it is 3 apiece, thanks to Lampy and Prodigy.
Lamp and
Oh, is
Proddy,
it 3 each
he
now?
has. They
Why
have
are you
legendary
doing this,
saves. He
Sam?
doesn't need. He
Okay.
doesn't need the rerolls.
Why would you do this to us? I thought we were friends.
You know what? There should be a command for high cost where you transfer a reroll from one side of the other.
Ooh.
No, I want my
I know.
rerolls.
I
No
kind of
touchy.
like that.
Yeah,
Not
but
touchy.
people could steal our rerolls and give them to you.
Yeah, but they could just give me rerolls.
Yeah, not if it's cheaper.
By 10%.
Oh, an on-screen celebration.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Ooh. That's kind of cool.
Love that.
So in relation to the float, Mug has requested a big high-backed kind of throne style chair on the front, so he can kind of sit slightly diagonal with one leg up on one armrest, playing the lute like a rock star. Because
Of course.
why not be a bard when you can be a bard?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Reroll should work now, but someone has to remind me to update it
Okay.
as we use things. Oh, whoops! It should be with an S on the end. Yeah, I will fix
I
that.
believe Sam contributed plants to the float.
Plants.
Yes.
Make it pretty.
Did you have
Make it
anything
so.
else?
Hmm?
Like more of a in-depth explanation of how you made it pretty?
What shape is everything?
What shape is everything? Thumbs up.
If you look here, this is my doodle. If you're looking
Doodle.
in there,
Okay. You said there was gonna be like a thin layer in between,
yes.
so I could put the plants like around the edges, like all around, to make it look like a giant bouquet in a way.
a big skirty trim.
We're
of
on a big
plants.
bucket that looks like a bouquet.
Yeah.
But yeah, giant bouquet, and hopefully as we go along, the flowers will kind of like bloom a little bit and like spread out as we go along. People can grab hold of the flowers, that kind of thing.
Very cool.
And the other thing I will actually end up doing, because fuck it, I am also afterwards, because I think plant growth is just a cast is done. I was going to cast I think it's fey creatures. Basically, I want to get a bunch of little fairies that I was going to flit in and out of the flowers. I have that spell.
That sounds lovely.
Because Tanzanite hasn't
cool.
suffered enough, so they need to have pixies there, just to really mess with things.
They only do what I tell
No,
them to do.
Until they don't.
I was going to summon 8 fey creatures with a challenge rating 1/4 or lower, so I like a lot of them, but they're really not. They won't do much.
Cool.
They'll have. Oh, there's gonna be sprites.
I forgot I have the spell geese.
Oh, was that
Anyone
supposed to be
some geese as
Greece?
well?
Yes.
No. I had down
Jesus makes the goose goose.
Burning Hands is Turning Hands. We didn't know what Rage Sickness, Grease, or Arcane Hand was, but we knew that Fireball was Furball, and that Crown of Madness was Gown of Madness.
Arcane Hand, it'll be kind of scary if it's Arcane Hard.
Also, I think there was also Blur that we didn't know either.
Yeah.
I feel like
Even worse than an
Storm
arcane
has had
handy.
conversations with Bruna along the way,
Hmm.
but just, like, off screen.
Alrighty. So, do you have that image of your cart? How you want it to look? If you were to room on it.
It's in the side Xel'nari Discord
Yeah.
channel.
Which version were we going for? Because there's 2 revisions.
I think we'll go with version 2.
Version 2. All right. Let me.
The only thing that had was the little propaganda on the banners. I mean, promotion.
Xel'nari.
Let's bring it in.
Considering how young a bunch of the party are, and that you were trained from even several years before this point, are we cool with Xel'nari kind of recruiting child soldiers?
It's more of an educational facility.
And on top of that as well, isn't the age majority 16 in this world, which means that all of us were not considered children?
Except for Storm, who this was her place of living because she didn't have anywhere else to go.
Do you want to bring it back over, Ellis, so we can see the gloriousness of the cart that is to be?
Oh no.
And even though it looks like the color was put on in MS Paint, it was Photoshop. Badly.
So I sketched the bones of it, and it's been modified since.
Yeah. So also with the actual recruiting, they actually take people. They have people join in at like age 40 and plus as well. It's not just younglings as they would call them. So yeah, I mean, they've got elves that join in at over 100 and such. Dwarves over 100 as well. All different ages. They are just after talent rather than trying to shape someone new.
Yeah.
Who is walking underneath the cart? Well, Thalai probably has the strength to push the cart himself.
So you just have a little hatch there for Thalai to Flintstone the thing along.
No prodigy, no younglings. There shall be no younglings.
Oh my god.
We kill gnomes and gnomes only. We draw a fine line.
So Ash,
It's a fine line.
would it be possible for some like simple embellishments to have been prepared in terms of like showy things? So I have a mental image of Kovac having like basically balls of packed confetti that she will like cast and catapult on and shoot them up into the sky, and then they just pop and rain down confetti.
Okay, yeah.
Entirely harmless, but just like a, behold me and my magic, pow pow, and then it just sprays of confetti.
Yep.
And we'll
Definitely
have sort
possible.
of the illusion cantrips for like butterflies and birds and just making it seem all good with nature.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else that we're adding in? Or are we fairly happy with our design?
If we're happy, Storm will mention that she would be happy to sit at the top and play with her lightning lure, which she will demonstrate. Big like lightning whip thing. Look at it! I learned that I can do this! Look how cool it is!
Mug will play along by, for some reason we had like a bucket of apples, So Mug will throw the apples up in the air for Storm to try and catch and bring back with the lightning lure.
Oh, this
It's
is
like
so
reverse
cool!
skeet shooting, like clay target shooting.
And they just shatter, like she just
Yeah.
whips them to her
Ooh.
hair and they go.
One more thing that Kovac will have done. In the hour prior to going to bed, she will have conjured 6 unseen servants and set them all about the task of mass producing promotional flyers for the Xel'nari.
Hand-drawn photocopies.
Yes, essentially. So she will have created the first design and then given it to an unseen servant and said, please copy this onto all these sheets of paper.
Oh.
So
Please
the
say
morning
the
she wakes up, there's like hundreds of them.
please say the first unseen servant is copying you. The second unseen servant is copying the first unseen servant.
Dropping quality.
Oh,
like-
I like you. I'll give you a first edition flyer.
I was gonna say this sounds like AI learning from AI.
Right.
We're just gonna
No.
wake up. We're just gonna be. You don't see something going between like 2 rocks going bonk, 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 and that's all it is.
So yes, she will have prepared flyers and things that she will also be magicking out into the crowd. Be all like, yes, join the Xel'nari today.
Alright.
And lots of prestidigitation around the place because
Oh, absolutely.
Alright. All prepped and planned and ready to go. Now, you do have 2 full days before the festival itself. Seeing as the first day was pretty much spent on trying to fabricate the base of the cart. I imagine that you will spend most of the second day on doing the other finer details and decorating the cart.
Yes.
Which leaves you with one last day before the festival itself. What are our plans for this last day?
Anarchy.
I would like to.
I think
To
Storm will insist on trying to help with decorations, maybe adding flowers to everything. And trying to insist upon everyone wearing flower crowns.
And Kovac is going to try and talk to her bird.
Okay. About halfway through the second day, the Xel'nari agents arrive. As you were told that there would be a group coming to help offer extra reinforcements and patrols for during the festival, given everything that's happened.
Storm will very
and along-
carefully insight check every single one of them.
All right, can I get some rolls? I take it you are going to wait at the HQ for their arrival through the mass teleport?
Yes, and she stares them the fuck down when they arrive. She just
Okay.
sits there like an alert cat. She's like,
Mug seeing Storm do that will kind of unconsciously do a detect good evil paladin thingy.
I feel like Storm would probably also, but that's okay. Flavor.
Basically, magical vibe check.
Yeah.
Yep. Magical vibe
Magic
check.
vibe check.
So how many rolls do I got to do?
Well, there are 20 in total.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, let's go in order. Hang on, that's 3 dice, 4 dice, 5 dice. Okay, let's make this slightly quicker.
Damn chair.
Holy moly! Okay. Perception or insight? Insight, right?
Insight.
The lowest roll is 11. On the
Going off,
5.
your insight and the magical vibe check. All of them seem to be on the level. All seem to be good at heart.
That's the first 5.
That makes them better than this party?
The lowest roll out of these 5 was 15.
Yep, good.
Keeping in mind that some of these are like. One of them is like 27.
They're good.
Yep.
They are passing your vibe check.
Oh,
I mean,
one nat 1.
well, that guy's actually pure evil, but you don't know it.
Okay, a
No.
14 is the lowest otherwise. And the lowest roll is, a nat 20, but there's 2 2s, which is 10. 2 rolls of 10.
Yeah, no. As far as you can tell, everyone seems to be on the level. You scrutinize them for some time.
I do.
But they pass the vibe check though.
Okay.
Now, Kovac, are you there for when they arrive, or are you working on the float?
I would probably be nearby enough to see them arrive, but probably wouldn't be there for them immediately stepping off the teleportation circle.
Okay, so not working on the float then.
Well, the float's probably outside.
Oh, actually, yeah, you would want to. If anyone's coming through the teleportation circle, I'd have to assume that you'd want to be there in case it's your special friend.
Oh, good point. Yes.
That's what I was kind of trying to hint at without just flat out telling it.
Yes.
So are you just like around the back, just going, just looking, just waiting, just checking?
Yes, fair enough. She would be, she'd be giving every person walking through like a professional courteous nod, while also like trying to look over there.
Okay. Yes, so as the last of the Xel'nari agents step off the magical circle and pass the vibe check through Storm, the stare down, possibly also the full-on pat down as well.
Anyone that she rolled low on, perception-wise,
She's gonna do a cavity search on.
she was extra sus. She was extra sus of because she couldn't read them. So she like takes an extra seconds to be like, "You're okay." Just like complete unnecessary cat investigation.
Yeah. And then yes, next to arrive is Tia, escorted by Xavier. So they arrive together.
Okay.
She spends a moment looking around the. Are you kind of like hiding off to a corner or something, or are you like dead center?
She's probably near the door, like the entrance to this chamber.
Okay. There's definitely a moment of confusion on her face, as you know, this is probably the first time she's ever used a teleportation circle, so she's in a new, strange place that she's never been to, so there is a moment of confusion as she looks around the room, and then your eyes make contact, and she quickly waves over to you and bows curtsies to Xavier, and then hurries her way over to you. Kovic, it's so wonderful to see you. It's been far too long. I hope you're doing
Yes.
well.
And I'm doing my best. How was the journey?
It was strange. I've never traveled by teleportation before.
It can be a bit unsettling to the stomach. Would you like something to drink? Perhaps some milk?
Oh yes, perhaps a tea actually, if that's all right.
Yes. Right this way. I can prepare some tea for you.
You notice on her back she has a satchel pack that looks quite heavily laden with books and scrolls.
Oh, I love this girl. So I'll escort her from the chamber to like the Xel'nari embassy, like commissar food court thing and prepare her some tea.
Yes. Xavier's going to step off the circle and look to you, Mug, and Thalai, and Sam, each one by one, and just give a nod of approval. You've handled yourselves quite well these last few days. I'm impressed. I hear you also saved the Queen's life.
It was a most unusual day.
What more can you tell me of the assailants? Just Sam sitting in the background.
Holding a glass of milk.
There-
Like,
There are links between the different things occurring in other nations, and they definitely have some connection, affiliation to fiendish forces and very powerful magic.
Yes, that confirms our other sightings. They are definitely getting more bolder as well, acting out in the open now. Trying to go with less deceptive means. And then there is a moment of confusion on his face as he looks past you for a moment, and he goes, and steps forward and puts his hand on Sam's shoulder, and then like almost forcibly turns Sam around to point Sam towards another Sam walking through the corridor, and goes, Samuel, care to explain?
yes. No.
Mug's going to quickly cast an illusion spell of a
Look,
third
another
Sam
one.
walking past the other way, so it looks like Mug was playing a joke on Sam.
That's why I can't explain.
There is a moment of confusion upon his face. He kind of shakes his head and blinks for a moment, but it seems that he sees through your illusion.
As soon as he blinks, can I turn into a cat so he doesn't see me anymore? Just run away and see how
He's
late
like-
does this stop.
Got his hand on your shoulder.
Oh, God damn it!
And suddenly he's
I said
holding
what I
a
said, I
cat by
still
the
turn
scruff of the
into a
neck.
cat. Yeah.
He just looks down and goes, I believe you had a sister, did you not? Is she in town?
Oh, yes, I have a yes. Yes, I believe she's in town.
Both Samuel and
moment.
Samantha are in town. However, we were being discreet for a personal reason for their family.
And I believe your father is in town as well.
What?
Do both of them just go what at exactly the same moment? In the same sort of tone of voice?
Inwardly, Sam just going, I thought my trauma was over. No fair.
No, it's just beginning.
Oh, I'm so tired, Ash.
That better
wanna
be some
take-
good coffee.
Tea! Why
course,
did I
that's
refuse to
British.
hydrate on our stream? I forgot where I was.
Well, I did hydrate. Don't worry about it.
I'm just gonna refund myself. Jesus Christ. But you get the immediate the trauma, and then your father's here, just drops the glass of milk. Like, what?
Yes, well, as one of the main founders for the festival, then makes sense that he would be in. Surely you are keen to see him again and show off your latest exploits?
I mean, I've just been so busy. There's still so much more that needs to be done. I didn't want to go with only it's fine. He doesn't need to know. He's a busy man. He's a busy man.
He kind of
I pick
shifts
the
you
cup
off.
back up again. I'm trying to drink it.
He kind of shifts you off to a corner a little bit away from everyone else, and then like leans in close. Which he's a fairly big guy, not as big as Thalai, but fairly big guy,
I was gonna say
quite
it's gonna
imposing.
be like.
Yeah, especially seeing as he has full field plate mail on. He leans in close and he goes, "It was my understanding that your sister had run away from home. Do you wish for your father to know her whereabouts?"
With all due respect to my father, inwardly saying none, but not saying that out loud, I do not wish to put the extra strain onto him of suddenly finding my sister here. It will take him away from business, and I would like time to discuss with my sister as to say why they have chosen their life before we present that to my father. Especially considering last time he did that, he put bounty hunters out on her. But anyway,
Very well. She will be safe within our walls then. I will make
appreciate
sure
my
that word
sibling
does
will be
not
safe.
reach him.
I thank you. I need to drink my milk now.
He gives you like a firm pat on the back and goes, "Very good then." Sends you halfway across the room. And then he will move off to speak with some of the other agents, leaving you all alone. Going back over to Kovac with your cup of tea in hand.
I'm glad that you were able to arrive the day prior to the festival. It means that we will have a day of relative quiet.
Yes, well, when Mug communicated in my mind, it was a most strange experience, I must say. I've never really felt anything like that before. And I was able to talk back to him. Have you ever seen that? It's incredible. I mean, what am I talking about? Of course, you probably use magic like that all the time. But I knew I had to pack post haste and make my way straight away. So here I am. And oh God, look at me. I was hoping to freshen up before I arrived, and she is just in a simple traveling cloak, and tunic and pants. Perhaps I should take a moment to freshen up.
Yes, I will show you to one of the guest rooms. Once you're ready, perhaps we can go and get some brunch.
I would love that. I've heard terrible rumors of things happening in the city. I hope you have been okay.
The rumors, I can neither confirm nor deny the efficacy of the rumors, but there has been a threat in Tanzanite that has been effectively resolved by myself and my associates.
You do worry me sometimes, but I'm glad to see you are safe. And she'll just lean over and give you a quick peck on the cheek before following you in the direction of the change rooms, or the room.
Kovac's cheeks have been just slightly purple this entire time.
Just slightly purple.
And yeah, she'll tear up to guest room, give her a chance to get changed. And while she's changing, Kovac is like mentally preparing an itinerary of I can take you to this place, and we can get some food, and I can go down to, and we can go to this library together. Just like, it is going to be an insufferable day of just walking around the city and taking in culture and being and doing adorable date things.
Alright. What is everyone else up to now? While they're getting changed and prepared.
Storm was scrutinizing all of the people.
Yes. Anything else? This is after they have already they've come through and moved on.
Sorry, because I missed who exactly came through.
So a number of Xel'nari agents came through, and Tia, Kovic's girlfriend.
Well, we're not going to put like a name on the relationship. This guy's so very young.
Well,
She's just travelled halfway across the continent for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's normal for lesbians, Ash. Come on.
Isn't that the joke? What do lesbians bring on a second date? A moving van?
We're getting you home. Let's go.
So I would be submitting the reports from his time away from the rest of the party. So I don't know if anything comes up from that.
Actually, I feel Xavier would approach you about that. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, after having a few conversations with the other agents present, I imagine he would pull you aside. And... Hello, a moment of your time, if I could.
Yes.
Your reports. I would rather hear it from you in person. How are things?
They're all right.
Pizza!
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 Yeah, sorry,
Now I want pizza.
Sorry, I got thrown off. Shit, what was I say? For me, how? Sorry, he asked.
He wants to hear the report from you in person.
Okay. Well,
And how the pizza is.
yeah.
But most importantly, how the pizza is.
It's a herb and cheese pizza, so it's going to be delicious.
Ooh,
And then I've got wedges
these
and sour
things.
cream as well. But anyway, I know I'm spoiling myself.
Hold on.
You deserve it, Daddy Thala. I know what I said. I know what I said. Oh, I shouldn't have said it.
I was gonna say that just
Shouldn't
makes
have said it.
that just goes back to that T-shirt conversation.
I don't want to think about it.
The short bit is Morium, who had become the chief of the clan, had gotten corrupted some way or another and brought the Goliath clan into an isolationist stance away from the Xel'nari. He was not very happy with me returning, as due to personal history that has happened. And a fight ensued where I defeated and had to kill him. Soon after that, we were attacked by the agents of these fiends, who destroyed the entire settlement and most of the clan. After we managed to escape out the mountains and my party was safe, I decided to go back to make sure to find what clansmen survived and get them to safety. I found them, brought them to the dwarf hold that lives underneath the mountains, and was able to work out an arrangement where they are helping the clan reach Xel'nari HQ, and hopefully we can find a home for the survivors.
Vera, if there's anything that I can do to assist, let me know.
Thank you.
You know, your clan has held a very special place in my heart for many years.
Thank you.
I didn't get a proper chance to say it at the time, but I wanted to congratulate you on your efforts in the entrance exam as well.
Oh, gods, that was so long ago now, it feels.
Yes, well, unfortunately, my My duties take me around quite a bit, so I have not been present. You have done well. You have come so far.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from somebody like you.
I am curious, though, with everything that has happened now, where do your loyalties lie?
My loyalties still lie with the Xel'nari. That was the oath I promised to fulfill. I'm not going to go break it any time. I do not see my actions as deserting of the Xel'nari. In fact, I believe we were upholding our duties as Xel'nari, fulfilling the pact that was made with my clansmen those years ago.
You misunderstand me. I did not mean any insult. And this, he puts a hand on her shoulder. No one would think you a lesser man for stepping aside to lead your clan now through these dark times. I am grateful that you have chosen to stay, but if you must, then you have our full support.
I think I can't make that choice until my people are in the Xel'nari lands and we can decide what's going to happen after that. There's so few of us left. I don't know what customs, practices, beliefs will be able to continue and what will have to change.
I understand, of course. Then let us hope that we can put a swift end to these beasts and reclaim your territory.
Here's hoping.
Very well. Make sure that paperwork is filed properly, soldier. And at this, he kind of
Also.
straightens up again. Good, good. I will see you at the festival then. That he gives you a kind of a salute and moves on out of the room. But he stops at the door and he goes, looks back over his shoulder and goes, "You've grown, by the way. We used to see almost eye to eye."
I think the effects of the discipline I practice.
Keep it up. I'd like to train against you one day again. See how you have improved.
Of course.
He gives you a nod and walks out of the room.
Damn, I'd pay to see that fight. My God.
Fucking body him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
That would be amazing.
I am
I think Xavier
terrified
would-
of that actually happening.
I think Xavier would still win because Xavier has access to healing and smites.
But
But
still,
wouldn't that
it would be
be
a very impressive
untraining
show.
like?
Girl?
It would also be very fun to watch.
All right. Tia will step on out of the room. She is refreshed herself, cleaned up a bit, got rid of all the dust of travel, and she now has on a red dress, red flowing dress that hangs down just above her ankles, showing off a little bit of ankle. How scandalous!
Hussy.
And is wearing a light purple corset as well. And she goes, "So, what do you think? How do I look?"
You look very nice.
Kovic, unable to express herself.
She quickly scribbles something down on paper because that's the only way she can communicate.
Puts her thing up nose and kind of wipes her nose a little bit. What we don't see is the fact that it's trickling very slightly with a little bit of blood. You get that trope, like, If you know, you know.
Let's go for a walk. I know a place a few blocks away.
It's I've never been to Tanzanite. I hear it's quite large.
Well then, perhaps I can give you some first-hand perspective. I will lead her up to the roof.
I can show you the world.
Don't steal my thunder, damn it.
Sam turns into giant
need to-
eagle. Caw.
I need to lend you my flying carpet. I don't have.
I will lead her up to the roof,
Mhm.
and because it's we're in like the embassy sector, there's I assume the embassy is of like a decentish height, maybe 3 stories.
Yeah, it would be about 3 stories. Yes.
Okay, so
Mostly, it would be 2 stories of the main building, and then the 3rd story would actually be like an observatory tower.
So I'll take it out. I mean, she'll probably predominantly just see the adjacent buildings and walls, I imagine.
Mhm.
So I'll show her that. I'll give her a moment to do some oohing and eyeing. Then I will kind of extend my hand to her and say, "Would you like to see more?"
I would love to. Yes, of course. This is incredible. I've never seen a city so large. It's breathtaking.
We have not seen anything yet. And I will cast fly on both of us.
Ah.
We're waiting for that.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, if
And
you don't
there's the
cast it on
thunder.
yourself and she clings to you, because she's going to do that anyway,
I am not.
can you just take her?
I am
Yeah,
not
but that could end badly.
I am not
Little
strong enough for that.
Messy breakup, are we thinking?
So I will take it by the hand. I will speak the incantation, and basically, because she can't use magic,
Mhm.
I am quite enamored by being able to give her the sensation of this kind of magical spell. So I will basically lead her directly up,
Mhm.
and then just let her see the view from above of the entire city.
You've missed another cool way you could have done that.
Hmm?
Lean in for a kiss, and then while you both have your eyes closed, start to fly up. So when you open
Superman
your
thing.
eyes, you're flying. Yeah.
Yes, but that's not very Kovac.
No.
Um,
So,
there is definitely a moment where her feet first leave the ground, where she suddenly just like latches forward onto you, and grabs hold. And she goes, oh, "What's happening? We're flying. You're flying. How are we flying?"
I will.
Magic baby.
I'll give her a little sly wink.
As you start ascending, she's gonna be like, "Oh dear. Perhaps a dress was not a good idea."
We are perfectly safe. I keep Featherfall prepared.
I don't
The
think
f-
that's what she was worried about.
Yes.
But sure, we'll go with it. It's fine. It's cute.
I do also often wear trousers under my garments for convenience.
Yes, I will definitely have to remember that for next time.
Would you feel more comfortable if we landed and remedied the situation and then went back up?
No, we're already up. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. And she is like
She's
still fairly firmly clinging onto you, not fully trusting the magic. And she kind of like glances over and then looks down a bit and says, "Oh," kind of looks back up again. Clearly, a little bit afraid of the heights.
Just
Maybe
focus
just
on
try and
me.
like bridal carry her the entire way. If she's technically
I
flying,
could!
you could. This solves the dress issue. Also, if by exposing Tia to all of this magic, if one day she suddenly gets it, do you become her patron? All this magic's rubbing off on her.
I don't know. Maybe
That'd be
that's
funny.
exactly how that works. I don't know.
Mummy, I mean,
I mean, so suddenly turn into a magical sugar mummy.
I think I think seeing her discomfort at the height, I'll get us to about like 10 stories, so maybe like 30 meters off the ground,
Mhm.
and move out to the further out rings and basically begin doing a ring lap of the city, just showing her all the different sectors and districts and all that there is to see, and would probably then show her the view of Tanzania from the side, showing the cranes and the docks and the massive mess of ships and port activity as well, just giving her like a full aerial view of everything that is in the city in the 10 minutes that we have.
yeah, as she goes, like the more she spends up there, the more accustomed she gets to it. She still never fully lets go of you. Like is definitely still grasping hold of you. But you definitely feel it loosen a bit. It's not so claw-like, holding on for life. And you can definitely see upon her face that she is like absolutely awestruck. The city that she came from was fairly large, but in comparison to this, it was a tenth of the size. And she's never been pretty much outside of that city.
Oh,
So
that's so long ago.
yeah, so
That's when someone asked Storm to make a distraction, and then Kovac and Tia look out into the distance and just see fireworks as Storm has accidentally blown up a gnome.
We weren't paying much attention to
that
the
was
distance.
just the start of the gnomish space program. It was an explosive success.
By the end of it, the gnome took up less space.
At the end of the aerial tour, I will touch us down in Le Grand Marché, and I will show her to a place that sells crepes.
Yeah, lovely.
Mm.
Whining and dining, I see.
Of course. Nothing but the best for Tia.
So, I want to hear all about your adventures since you've been gone.
Yes, there have been numerous and are not redacted, and I am allowed to speak of them.
She just like kind of has this look on her face of like, go on, not really understanding the subtle tones of like, you're not really allowed to talk about this.
I fear that the nature of the work I have been undertaking does limit my ability to share.
Oh.
But I can tell you of some of the experiences I have had as part of my journey.
Oh yes, please.
When we departed Antioch, we travelled high into the mountains and were near the border of Namara and Demu. The snow is beautiful. Some very lovely, picturesque mountainous views, and some very thrilling mountainous jumps if you are feeling sufficiently brave. Then we took to the coast and we set sail down the southern coast, making our way towards Kalashtar territory. We did encounter a kraken along the way.
Summoned a pyramid.
I'm sorry, a kraken.
Well, technically two. It was an adult kraken and a young.
How did you survive such an encounter?
I cast fireball inside its head.
Not wrong, but
And that's where the social awkwardness comes out again.
There's definitely like a moment's pause on her face of just trying to comprehend it. It don't you mean at its head?
No, I do not.
Um, it sounds rather painful.
I don't imagine it was pleasant. It was pleasant at all, especially as I'm able to modify the nature of my spells. It was not, in fact, fire but acid.
Oh my, that sounds terrifying.
So now Tia realizes she's dating a serial killer.
So sad.
This
You said it was an adult and its child.
Yes, the creature was threatening an entire naval vessel of sailors that it saw fit to accost. I, due to the scale of the beast, I had to distract it while the seamen at risk retreated to safety and boarded our vessel instead.
It's, I've heard those creatures are actually quite intelligent. Could you not have potentially tried to reason with it?
That is how that is how our encounter with this creature did come to an end. Somehow, Storm shares a language with this creature and was able to convince it to leave us be. But
Yes,
yes.
primordial. She did speak of this with me. She was looking for books on it when
Yes,
you
I
last were in
recall
town.
that. You had such a book, and I made some copies of its contents for her.
Yes, and I'm glad to see that it came in use for her.
Indeed, the creature was able to continue existing. We were far from able to kill it, and nor did we especially want to. Our priority was ensuring the safety of the sailors.
Oh, that is most good to hear. They are quite wondrous creatures. It would be a shame to have them cease to exist in our world.
Yes, there was a, a, a disturbance to its habitat that caused it to be displaced from the deep ocean and trying to settle in more in much closer to the coast than would be safe for either party. The Kraken and her child saw fit to settle in a shipping lane, which I believe is what initially caused the trouble.
Yes, I imagine with a child it would be quite territorial. You are lucky
Yes.
to have survived.
I do feel rather lucky to have survived.
So, what's happened next?
Um, we we encountered a beautiful wood elf settlement, somewhat frozen in time. It was all it was visually very beautiful. I'm glad I was able to use uh, some of my speak some of my Elvish with the denizens and sample some of the local cuisine and free my friend from being in prison.
You've had quite a remarkable journey, and just in such a short period of time, too.
Yes, then, I mean, that is absolutely the end of the journey, and there was no more of it.
I heard stories from the other agents of things that happened in town recently.
I am not going to go into complete detail on the topics that have been occurring in town, as I fear that I have not myself sufficiently unpacked them for my liking. But you may become aware of some emotional tenderness among the inhabitants. So be mindful of whom you speak to and how you speak to them.
Kind
Actually,
of thinks for a moment and then has a bit more of a serious tone and goes, I know you're not telling me everything, and I understand that that is probably for my own good, but I worry about you. Just promise me you are staying safe.
I worry about me too, because I'm not.
Way
She
to
kind
make
of
her
sighs and
feel
just
comfortable.
she kind of sighs and goes,
That's not my job!
I think that's also Zoe knowing that she's not going to. Obek won't make a deception check to lie that she's keeping safe. Not worth trying.
she's. I'm glad you're at least honest with me.
Of course. For the
I
sake
understand that it is your job and that it will never truly be a safe thing to do. I worry for you.
it is an interesting feeling to know that there is somebody in the world who, even though they are so far away, feel worry.
Yes, I admit it's been a strange feeling for me too. I had thought that I would potentially not see you again, that it may have just been a fling. I might just be, how would you say it, one of the adventurous floozies as you come through town.
I feel great remorse that was the impression I left you with.
Oh, no, you misunderstand. Not at all. It's just. I've. Well, you know I like my books and my stories, and that is often how the story goes.
Yes.
And so. It was always a concern. Or perhaps that something would happen to you, and. I had told myself when I first met you that I would not allow myself to get attached, but I found myself thinking of you almost every night, and so it was so wonderful to hear Mug, or slightly confusing and a little bit terrifying to hear Mug, but to hear him speak of you and say that you wish to see me, I I was overjoyed.
I will be frank once more. Part of my reticence in reaching out via Mug's means of communication prior is he has a, a very deft tongue and occasionally rather cruel sense of humor, and I was fearful for that the that the true meaning of my words would have been lost to the whim of some fate. So, my apologies for not using his skills to reach out sooner.
No, I understand. You have been busy with your duties. I cannot expect you to waste powers so frivolously.
I I have thought of you often, though. I visited a tropical paradise, and I requested a garment be commissioned for you.
Is he?
Yes, and I will open up the bag of holding, and I will pull out the dress that was made on Storm's home island, Fortier, and I will show it to her. It might not be quite your style, but at the very least, it is a very interesting observation of a previously very isolated culture and how it is that their approach to things is.
This is most peculiar, but fascinating and beautiful. From what culture is this? I've never seen designs like this before.
Um, you may have done, but perhaps a bit more worn, a bit more subtle. This is the same culture shared with Storm.
How intriguing.
You
She
were
had
able
been
to.
asking questions of her tribe.
Yes.
So you were able to find them?
We did able to make a visit to her ancestral home.
That is incredible. Please, I know that is not the point of you being here, but you must tell me more. I love stories. And to hear of a land that has been lost to us for so long. And she pulls out a journal and summons a quill into the air.
What?
She kind of looks at your excited look and goes, "Oh, no, it is an item. I am able to use it, but that is the extent of my access so far."
Still,
It is a step, I understand. But
it is lovely to see you manipulate the weave even via an item.
I have been trying for so long after you departed that I'm glad at least I got this far.
Yes,
So please, tell me more.
I will do my best. Storm's home is in fact a uh, is an island upon the back of a preposterously large turtle.
Turtle.
Yes, turtle. It's
How
spanned
preposterously large are we talking?
several miles long.
That is preposterous.
Yes. Somehow there is volcanic activity upon its back, which makes even less sense. And a very isolated tribe of cat people that have.
She is hastily scribing all of this down, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's two of them.
Why do you think we're dating?
The stocks of specialty inks are getting depleted as we speak.
And neither of them have ever been so
Horny.
what's the word? My brain is like, but it's like when you write, it's like, but it's like it's not like emotional calligraphy around.
I've got
There
a
we go.
theory about why Tia can't do magic. Whenever she writes out magical formulas, she puts a love heart over the eye, and it doesn't work. Because that has to be on brand for her.
So, Kovac is going to be very selective in what she shares about, like, demons doing things. But she will continue to elaborate and share on the, like, scenic nature of things and certain parts of the culture she's taken in, but doesn't want to get too deep into the whole, there's an overarching demon plot and we're all in terrible danger. Because if nothing else, Tyr's a tiefling, and Kovac does not want to do the whole, like, oh yeah, all those fiendish people, they're all the worst. Because that's really insensitive.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
So, yeah, we enjoy our crepes and our hot chocolate, and I share stories, and it's all nice. I just saw the time and realized, oh, we've been going for a while on this scene.
Oh, it's fine. It's adorable.
She will probably try and get you to recount as much of your journey in as much detail as possible, and whilst she is enraptured by it and takes in every detail, she is like looking at you whilst scribing away as much of it as possible. It's like touch typing, but touch quilling. And whilst others may consider it to be kind of rude where it seems like she's half paying attention, she is definitely catching on every word you say, and this is her version of enthusiasm and excitement towards the conversation. And she is constantly asking you questions. some of which you can't answer or elaborate on, but she tries to probe a little bit, and then understands, of course, when you are unable to do so. It is just her excitement to get in the better of her. And that will probably go on for several hours.
We probably have some like very disgruntled like early 20s girl approaching and being like, "Excuse me, we need this table," and I'm like, "Not now." And then eventually we'll probably move on to like to a library or an art gallery and take in some culture in town.
All right. Meanwhile, back at Xel'nari.
Storm proceeds to be suspicious of everyone.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Sam.
be suspicious. Oh.
A squire approaches you. You see
Do I
that
recognize
he
anything
is
about the square?
very formally dressed in the uniform of your father's trading company.
There we go. Yeah.
Weatherby Holdings. He approaches. Master Samuel, I have a summons for you from your father. He is in town and wishes to see you. He has heard you are here and that you are one of the heroes that has saved Tanzanite. Upon what time shall you be arriving?
What time is it at the moment?
It'd be a little bit after midday, possibly, around when you're receiving this.
And this is the day before the parade, yeah?
Yep.
Shall we say 4?
Very well.
4.
Will any of your associates be accompanying you?
Yes.
How many?
Uh,
So arrangements can be made.
My sickness book.
Well, Thalai's still around. If you're looking at who's actually around,
Yeah. 2.
2 associates? Very well. Are there any dietary requirements for them?
No. If I remember correctly, because I'm planning for Thalai and Mug, because I know I ain't gonna get.
I'm busy, baby. I'm very
okay
busy.
with that. I'm very okay with her
No
having
Storm.
her own life.
Storm's quite persuasive. She just has no
No.
problem speaking her mind.
Like, I would love Storm to be there because I know that exactly say, but maybe not at this moment in time.
Well, the other way to look at it is if you bring Storm along, it automatically makes you look better.
It's true.
I already look. Unfortunately, we already look the best. We just saved the fucking queen.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But yeah, so that I don't believe either of those who have like special dietary requirements or like they don't eat some specific things.
Kind of looks you over for a moment and goes, shall I prepare appropriate attire for you and your comrades?
We shall be in our normal clothing. We have had quite a long day. We probably won't be able to stay for too long. We have a lot of business to attend to. So do not tell father not to worry himself with that.
He kind of looks down his nose a little bit at you. Very well. Turns about and promptly exits the building.
A giant exhale of. Ugh. Gotta go find people. I've got to find my brother. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, Mug.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you want to come meet my pompous dad again?
Okay.
you.
Why?
I don't want to go alone.
Why are you going at all?
It has been requested.
Well, you ooh, you could play a bad prank. Who was requested?
Oh no, we are not doing that. No, God, no. God, not that. No, I need to find my brother. I've got to find the sibling. Got to find the sibling. Oh, Jesus.
So, is this a formal affair?
There will be food. But I've tried to tell them we won't be staying for long because I really don't want.
Should we try and impress them, or are you just trying to do the bare minimum and get out of there
Bare
quickly?
minimum, get out of there. He wants to gloat over how I was part. How we saved the queen. It's all gonna be publicity at the end of it all. So I would like if you were able to attend, and I think I will get Thalai if Thalai would like to. And could you send if you
Will Thalai make your father uncomfortable, and is that a good thing?
don't care.
Because I'm just picturing Thalai at was it 7'10" or 8'10"?
He is now 8'10".
8'10", going to a halfling house.
Oh, it's not a halfling house.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's a good point. I never asked where it was. Oh well. I'm assuming I probably know. They probably gave me a piece of paper with the address or something where it was going to be.
Otherwise, there is the trading office you said was in the
There's
one of the
the
districts.
trading office in the district. I didn't know if it was going. Sam, I'm Sam. Ash, did they mention where it was going to be at?
You would imagine it would be at the Weatherby Trading's center. Yeah. So that would be in the mercantile area.
Yeah. Mug, how tapped are you for today?
I
fresh
had
still?
a good rest.
Can you send a message to my brother, please?
He should be around somewhere. I can send a message, yes.
Yeah, can you just tell him to get his fat ass over here? We've got dad business to deal with. And by here, I mean where we actually are, not just the words.
Yeah.
That would be lovely, thank you.
To mess with the message or not to mess with the message? Good afternoon, Sam. Sam says that you're needed to go to the main hall for important family business. This is not a joke or a prank. Please reply. Okay, no, please reply.
Okay, now reply.
You get back. What is she playing at? Am I to take her place for the night? I cannot tell stories of the Xel'nari. I'm coming to see you.
I was about to say, because I didn't want to burn another third level spell slot to say, get your ass over here.
Is that a third level spell slot?
Yes.
Yeah, sending, yeah.
Oh.
Do it now. Get to the halflings.
And about,
Get
about
the float.
5 minutes later, Storm comes storming into... Not Storm, sorry. Sam comes storming into...
What? Why am I storming in?
comes storming into the room and just looks you dead in the eye, Sam, and just goes, What do you mean?
Sam was just like waiting dejectedly, just like. Okay, so we saved the queen. That was fun, and our dad
Mhm.
wants to flaunt it. I'm not
Mhm.
asking you to take my place in this at all. You have also been spotted by the Xel'nari being around, so they know that Samantha is in town. They will not be informing father of this, and just thought, Oh, also, hi, good to see you, bro. Oh God, I don't.
He's still just kind of staring down at you like, go on.
I'm not asking you to take my place. I'm going. I also just wanted to make sure you were safe, because I haven't seen you in a bit. Yes, okay. Deliberately closing her eyes and not looking. We know how siblings get. It just kind of continues like, I don't know what the plan is anymore. I don't know if there ever was a plan other than what we've already done. You're still on. I'm still on the run, and we don't know what to do with this. A lot
Word
has
might
happened.
have gotten out. The people who work in the Xel'nari embassy, some of them may have spoken about the two halflings. It's possible that word has gotten out.
Hopefully not. Fucking
Yeah.
hope not.
I think outside of this building, we were fairly good with keeping it discreet. Inside, it has gotten a bit more lax.
I know one.
I believe the words,
Xel'nari knows.
"I'm not going to eat my food up in my room like a prisoner," was shouted by at least one of you.
Family.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like it.
Are you sure it's wise
When
to
do you
even go
deal with
see
your
him?
dad? Hmm?
Are you sure it's wise to even go see him?
Well, I'm doing it now.
Well, if things go badly, I'll grab Sam and Dimension Door out, and Thalai can kick his way through a brick wall.
I'm taking these two. By these two, I mean I'm taking Mug and Thalai once.
So I don't think you found me yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going alone. He only wants to use this as an excuse to brag, because Dad, I want to keep it as short as possible. But have you seen anything, or while you've been whatever you're doing? I don't know.
I've been avoiding that part of town for very good reason, as should you.
They know. Unfortunately, it's a lot for one of us.
I know, I understand.
When did you want to go for this party?
Oh yeah, we're going about 4.
Oh, we got time then.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah, they want. Summons have been requested. I've said we are busy. Can't stay for too long. There will be food. We probably won't be able to
Mug
eat
has
it
a
if we
plan.
don't
You'll be
eat
safe.
food.
I'm just worried they might find out about, the only reason why we've gotten away with it for so long is that, Sam hasn't been around, Father.
Mug's going to take a couple of steps away.
Cared to pay attention to who I was. Just knew that. Oh, Sam, did the Xel'nari thing. Last time I saw him was at the Xel'nari, when celebrating the passing of all that business. And he seemed to think I was you then.
Mug's going to step while those two are talking.
Not being around for too long.
Yeah.
Mug's going to step off to the other side of the room and do a sending.
Yeah.
It will be revealed later on in this episode, but I'm going to send a message to Ash to
Oh,
Ah,
whispers.
spicy.
Mm.
Spicy. Oh, no.
um,
Can we handle this much spice?
Of course we can, especially if there's a merchant and trade company involved. They're very good at handling spice.
Things are going to get a bit chilly. Prodigy. No, go.
Yes, Prodigy. Keep going.
let's see if it's the right amount of wood. Uh, 24 words.
Mm.
I will add the word please in there to make it 25.
Please.
Oh no, I need to. Yep, that'll do. So I've sent the
I'm not
message
partially
to Ash.
terrified at all about what you're sending at all. No, not at all.
Except that you don't know.
No, we don't. We don't. It's true.
I think it's.
Oh.
Oh, actually, I did want to rephrase that slightly.
Yep. Okay, go for it.
Please bear with us. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, just one word swapping out.
So when you send things like the message spell or something, when you're waiting for, you should have music.
Elevator music.
Yeah.
Go from it to Nemo.
Ding, 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 ding.
So-
ding, ding.
Do you think your father would pit himself against the Xel'nari?
What do you mean?
Would he risk alienating the Xel'nari by trying to, like, keep you there? Or
Oh, the plan is
to
to
stop you
probably,
from...
so the plan that he usually has is keep us in the zone. Well, I don't know. If I'm done. You're in the Xel'nari for X period of time, a few years, and then. Oh no, that's not why you think he wants to have a conversation. He wants me to come out now so it can run the family fucking business.
Well, there's a simple solution to that. Delegate Storm in charge of economics, and the business will be bankrupt in a week. Then you don't have to worry about it.
The world supply of fireworks will be purchased and consolidated into a singular warehouse.
You'll get the firework, and you'll get the firework. You all get firework. It's just a
We-
trick.
We have founded a new country called Fireworktopia.
Yes.
Either that
Staffed
or
entirely by gnomes.
she will be the most lucrative haggler because she won't understand why they
Yeah.
want to charge so much. Like,
Yes.
that's not worth it, no!
I don't understand that number. Make it smaller.
More number mean less problem, yes? Yeah.
We should probably find Thalai and make sure that he's good with the plan.
Like, actually wants to come along.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, so, well, either way, I'm going. He probably wouldn't take no for an answer anyway, and he'd probably keep messaging and messaging and messaging and trying to get an audience.
It's
with
been
us
established.
regardless.
It's been established before. Can Storm see and hear out of the compass?
Yeah, yes. No.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, I believe, cannot see.
Yeah, I believe that is the case, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. We could bring Storm along in her compass
It's true.
in
But she
case
would, like, jump out
if she's
and
willing.
attack him, which would be funny.
Sudden
I'm
cat.
just trying.
Storm
Yeah,
would just
I'm
be
just
yelling the
trying
whole
to-
time and talking to them. I don't understand. Why are they so? What does this even mean? You can't hear her. She'd just be talking to herself.
On a scale of your dad to my dad, your dad sucks.
Oh dear. Like, okay, so I just want to keep
Oh,
the peace with him. Oh, baby,
Yeah, she's
Pablo.
it's
She's snoozing.
over.
yeah, so.
Oh, madam,
Oh,
madam, cover yourself up.
No, she will do no such thing. She's lovely.
Oh.
In the belly.
Oh, baby.
Sorry, I had to once. She's just too cute.
Okay, we all understand what we're like as cat parents.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, potentially by going, I can actually, maybe we'll hear about what's happening with Mother and Teddy.
well, so just as a quick little aside, has anyone else's D&D Beyond kind of carked it and stopped
Yeah, a little
loading things and coming up errors and saying that you got 0 characters?
No?
No, but
Okay,
I haven't
that's me.
tried to click on anything, so
True, same.
The server did go down, I think.
I thought that wasn't supposed to be until July 23rd.
That's for
I
the
will-
maintenance.
I will not be refreshing my character sheet. Just gonna leave it.
Yeah,
be.
don't refresh character sheets. Don't
Uh,
don't touch
uh,
anything.
My webpage just did refresh. No.
Oh,
I do
everything has
have
been lost.
the app on my phone as well, so I'll see if that's working just in case.
I was more hoping it wasn't anything to do with the thing the other day. Anyway, yes.
Yep.
So I will then, I suppose, go try to find the lie.
I will tag along.
That's broken.
Where would
You're-
he be hiding?
If it's still the same day, he's probably around Xel'nari HQ. I think at this point, he would actually be looking at all the different metals that he has on his person, and he's thinking about what he wants to make and work with it as he gets back to when they get back to the HQ. So he's probably actually sitting at a desk with all the ingots, so the 5 adamantium ingots, the 5 orichalcum ingots, the orus ore that needs to be refined. And he's just looking out there and he's just sketching and drawing and writing and thinking and planning.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what the lie is doing.
As you approach and walk on in.
That looks shiny.
Oop. Yes, very shiny. Though adamantine's not shiny, it's very dull and heavy.
Those ingots don't look very large. Is that enough to make anything with?
Well, combining the adamantine and the orichalcum into an alloy should make enough to should be enough to make something.
If only there was an opportunity for you to speak to one of the most prominent merchants in the entire world.
That was gonna be mind-boggling.
I mean, I've got everything I need here. It's figuring out exactly what I want. Like, I know what I want to make, but anyway, I'm assuming you have a point to this suggestion.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm just gonna. Would you like to myself and Mug to see my father?
Was that pompous little halfling that was congratulating me on the final exam day? Tried to make it out as if he was the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What's in it
Well,
for
I've already
me?
told him you're going.
Well, that wasn't exactly the smartest thing.
No, it wasn't. But I don't want to go by my and I know that I feel around, and
Sorry,
I would
Sam,
like you
you
to be
cut
there.
out a little bit.
Oh,
at that bit,
sorry.
Sorry.
Is that better?
Yeah, I just didn't hear what you were saying. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. So Sam basically was like, well, Mug is really good at talking back at him and making him feel, like he's smart, but he's actually really dumb. So that, and I feel very safe when you're nearby, and I would like you to be there, and I don't want us to be there for very long, and there will be free food.
Okay.
You get a little telepathic message into Thalai's head, just going, "It was the free food that did it, wasn't it?"
I mean, I was thinking of going when you said you needed my help, but the free food was the final nudge. Do I need to dress up, or is this fine?
No.
And he's got his nice pants and the nice boots, and that's it.
Oh no, he already asked if we want. Well, one of the people came over and asked if they wanted to get any like regalia ready, and I was like, oh, we. So hopefully, so frankly, I don't care what we wear as long as we wear clothes.
I mean, this is clothing.
Yep. So that's
Technically,
fine.
just my earrings clothing. Did you want me to turn up in just my earring?
It
Whatever
is
you
not
feel
made
most
of cloth.
comfortable.
It is not clothing.
Oh god. The words were said. Whatever you feel most comfortable in.
I'm pretty sure this city does have laws about walking around in without coverings, don't they?
At least pants.
Yeah. Okay. Then
Also,
You have to ask Kovac,
not
but
to
she's
put
busy.
not to put it too crudely, but consider the height difference and eye levels.
I mean,
he's going to be traumatized.
It's nearly bigger than he is.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
Just waiting till
goodness!
he uses enlarge. And then spell enlarge.
Hey, yeah. Oh my goodness.
oh, good lord.
Ooh,
We
yo.
have fun here.
I don't need to wear a shirt, right?
You don't normally wear a shirt.
No, I'm just making sure.
No.
Good.
We are. I'm putting my foot down that we are good to wear what we're comfortable with.
Okay, good. What time?
4.
And all right, I'm assuming we'll leave here at 3:30, whatever.
We will leave there at insert appropriate amount of time for late.
Okay, I'll just keep working on this, and I'll make sure I'm ready at that time.
We'll send one of the
Thank you.
servants to remind you.
I mean, there's a timepiece here. I can see the time.
That would involve you looking at the timepiece and not studying and ogling over the rocks. I mean, important ores in front of you.
Do you know
I
how
think
expensive
depending-
this shit is, Mug? It's very expensive and very valuable.
Yes.
Just rocks. Well, that's like looking at your instrument and going, oh, it's just a bunch of strings.
Yeah. It's the hand that plucks at the strings that has all the power. The items themselves are just tools. Surely you don't consider the hammer more important than the blacksmith.
Well, that creates a very interesting conundrum now, doesn't it? Because you see, but what about the skill of the blacksmith? If the skill of the blacksmith is pointless, then they aren't better than the hammer used to craft. Because a hammer is a hammer, no matter what. But in this world, the hammer can be improved and enhanced by magic, and thus a hammer could be better than a blacksmith. Could it not?
If it's any consolation, I consider you superior to a tool. As Mug just straight faces it.
As you are talking, the room darkens. candlelight is still there, but the light coming from it seems to dim for a moment. And a figure forms out of the shadows and steps out of the shadows.
Is it a halfling-sized figure?
No,
Okay.
it is a fully grown man.
Mhm.
You immediately recognize him as Slade, the spy
I was
master.
gonna say that Slade.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought Slade was a halfling.
No.
He's a human?
No,
Okay. No,
no, you're
I
thinking.
just...
You're thinking of season 1 of the box.
Critical Role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, human.
Yep.
He just steps over to you,
Mhm.
Mug, pulls out 2 scrolls, and goes,
Mhm.
as requested. I made a duplicate,
Thank you.
just to be sure.
Perfect. Puts them away.
Turns around and steps back into the shadows, and leaves. And that is it. He does not introduce himself, greet you, or anything. He just goes.
Is it only when Mug's around was that, or were we also all there as well?
While they were mid-conversation, he's just appeared out of the shadows, handed 2 scrolls to Mug,
Like,
and then
suck,
just
bruh.
disappeared.
I just looking in the direction. Just like, you saw that too, right?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me just go back to the conversation.
Where are they? Well, thank you.
Yes, we should be ready for a most important and tedious social engagement.
Hopefully not for too long. Hopefully not for too long. Hopefully not for too long.
Well, you said
He
we can't
might-
stay too late, so surely. And look, if he tries to press the issue, I don't think he'll be able to say no to Mug and me.
I'm hoping so. I'm just hoping he doesn't try to use other new means.
Just summon the storm if you truly want out.
Look, in the worst case scenario, I will pick you up, hold you tight, and we will just run through the walls. And doors. Or windows.
Well,
I'm weirdly
my
okay
plan
with
was
that.
to pick Sam up and Dimension Door out of there, and for you to then run through the walls.
I mean, that's probably would be safer for Sam, yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, good. We have contingency if things go really point-shaped.
Yep. Neat.
Would your father take offense if I bring my hammer with me?
I
don't
don't
like
give
the
a shit.
Okay, if you don't give shit, then I won't give shit.
So the note wasn't they give a shit to you. It's more like if my father will give a shit.
Alright. So you're heading out shortly then? After getting yourselves prepared? Or is there anything else you wanted to do before heading out?
I might double check with Samuel on like the story. I could tell Father if he tries to bring up about, oh, I maybe hear your your sibling is in town. Just kind of working out what to do because we know that I'm not the most charismatic except people.
Yes, it would be good to get your story straight. Now, as far as everyone knows, I'm not in town. I've only been spotted by Xel'nari agents, and they have said they will not say anything.
That is good.
However, there is the whole incident of, you stopping the people who are trying to catch me. Or me, you know what I mean.
Did we leave any of them alive? They were stopped, but that doesn't mean Father knows who stopped. It's potentially Xel'nari.
I think it's...
I haven't heard word from him about any. I'm really hoping that's not just him biding his time. It could be. Yeah. Point. That's a very good point.
How are you going to face that if he asks that? He's going to ask something
I'll
about
throw,
it, surely.
I'll throw a bean in his mouth. No, I'm joking.
It turns into a 5-foot-tall statue and explodes his head.
Oh my god.
The 5 foot tall
Turns into a
statue
fucking
of me.
pyramid.
What's the
Jeez.
worst? Oh god, that is the worst that could happen.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's too many unknowns with what I'm just hoping this is merely to see. Oh, you're here. I'm here. I heard you did a good thing. Let's brag about. And then potentially try to bring up the future of the business, and I can hopefully ignore that. Going, we're still on a very long-term mission. I can't see out of it. I know too much information.
And what about if, he works out? You're me?
Part of me is kind of hampering on the fact that I'm already too deeply ingrained.
He won't care. He's got the money and power to not care.
Well, in that case, I can just fuck on out of there and not have to deal with him for a while.
Samantha, I'm serious. You need to be
I
careful.
know. He's a dangerous man. He wants to
You
get
don't even
the
know the half of it.
I've seen documents when I was younger about various small dealings with unsavory characters, especially now with with what he's done, trying to get the bounty hunters on you.
Yes, but you weren't there for some of those meetings. Remember, he was training me to take leadership afterwards. I was there for them. I've seen what he's capable of. It's worse than you think.
I'm not quite sure how worse it can be for a soul man watching kids manage to live on his budget.
Well,
Sorry, no,
just-
that I'm not. I'm not disregarding what you've been through. I know you've been through more. There's a lot going on.
I'm just concerned for you, is what I mean.
Hey, if in doubt, you can be outside and break me out like a good brother.
I was going to do that whether you agreed to it or not, so that's fine.
Can I just say that rhymed and it was the most satisfying thing ever?
What rhymed?
What you said about your brother.
What did I say? I can't remember. It was just like, the short-term memory is gone.
Clip it!
Nice.
Clip it!
I'm really
Someone
fucking tired,
clip
so
it.
I can't remember word for word. All I know is it rhymed and it was very satisfying.
If you have any
that's
doubts, you
good.
can help me out or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
neat. Oh, go me. Definitely planned.
Alright.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna be true.
you're going to get prepared and head on out. Meanwhile, back over at Kofek's estate.
Oh my god.
This would be getting a bit later on in the afternoon.
Yes.
You've been having a wonderful day. And at some point, Tia kind of looks a little bit shy and sheepish almost. Isn't quite meeting your gaze. And after a moment, she's... Kovek,
Yes.
don't get too excited, but I've got something for you.
Oh.
But you remember that book you showed me?
I do.
And that you were trying to look for other ones?
Yes.
I may have perhaps possibly located one?
You have. Yes.
And she will pull from her bag a magic tome. I'm pretty sure this is one of them. Can you verify it?
I will pull vellum from my bag, and I will think. I'm just gonna say out loud to vellum. Vellum.
No, what do you want?
Has my delightful associate located one of your kin?
There's a moment's pause and goes, "Yep, that's one of them. Though she's not that good. I got better spells."
I'll be the judge of that.
Oh.
Yeah, you would.
Oh.
You
Oh,
wouldn't know a
trouble in
spell if it's
paradise.
spec. And you just close it.
The first book thinks so. May I?
Of course. Apparently her name is Anastasia.
Oh, Anastasia.
She has been attempting to teach me how to use magic. She's the one who got me able to use the quill.
Okay. Third tome of mysteries. I will take the book here, and I will have a look inside. What spells can I see inside the book?
The first spell that you see as you go through is conjure woodland beings.
Oh! I'm terrified already.
Please say it's conjure foodland beings.
I was thinking conjure woodland beans, like BANS, like jelly beans.
The next spell is awaken.
This is
Oh,
my.
already has a very druidy vibe.
The next is commune.
Oh.
Communism.
Regenerate.
Yeah.
Regurgitate.
Magic mouth.
Magic moth.
Magic mouth!
It just goes to
Magic
lamp.
spell. Magic
And
set.
pass without trace.
Piss without trace.
Useful in certain
Okay.
circumstances.
I will, in a similar fashion to
Oh.
as I've been communicating with Vellum, I will say, "Hello, Anastasia."
There is a long moment where you don't get a response, and you think for a moment maybe this is just a spell tome. It's not actually one of them. Before the book finally does respond in your mind. Hello.
Hello.
Are you my new caster?
That depends on whether or not Tia is willing to share. My name is Kovac. I have your kin, at least two of them.
Yes, I can feel the presence of my pig-headed brother.
He didn't have many kind words to say about you.
I would imagine not. He has always been the jealous kind.
Your sister Bruna is with one of my associates in the city as well.
Are you seeking us out?
I am,
You plan to complete the set?
if at all possible.
You must be a mage of incredible power.
I try my best.
You are too modest. If you have already managed to find 3 of us, that is most impressive.
I will see what I can do. And the rest. I have been told by Velen that there are 5? Or is it 7?
There are 7 of us, yes.
Yes, 7.
I hope you understand that I am, of course, cursed to not cast correctly. It is against my will.
Would you be able to tell me what kind of magic to expect? I did give your pages a slight peruse.
I could, if you were to be my caster.
Tia, this is a remarkable find. Is this book to remain in my possession?
You can see that she's been standing there, because you've been communicating via a mind link to the book, so she's just been standing there, kind of like clapping her hands almost like excitedly. So it is one of them.
Yes.
Oh, I was worried that I had been scammed by the man I bought it from, but I am so glad that I was able to obtain this for you. Yes, this is a gift for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I've just been conversing with her. I will then refer back to Anastasia. Yes, my girlfriend has offered you to me as a gift.
You bought a title on it.
She said it, but she didn't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Say it too.
Scapegoat.
There is a moment's pause. Again. I just need to quickly check one thing.
Okay.
To be continued next week on Dragon Ball Z.
You notice, as you are attempting to commune, that suddenly Tia kind of goes bright purple herself, blushing. And cannot quite meet your gaze out all of a sudden.
What?
Is she still psychically connected?
I'll just give Tira a look and go. Did you hear that?
Oh, no, but Anastasia just told me, I suppose she was butting in where she shouldn't have, but how you feel?
Anastasia, you insatiable gossip.
You just hear the book kind of laugh, just like, I couldn't help myself. I've spent so much time with Tia. She has been such a wonderful companion for many months now.
I am very grateful to you that you have been able to help her.
He talks about you very often. She's been trying very hard to learn magic. You have inspired her greatly. What spells would you like to know about, dear?
I'm honestly most intimidated by the potential of the Conjure Woodland Being spell.
Yes, it's quite a funny one, as my master would have said. It summons a number of living pieces of food.
Beans?
Foodland beans.
Foodland beans! Ah!
It for all other intensive purposes works very much like the intended spell. They will obey your commands and do your bidding, but they're not quite so useful in combat, I'm afraid, or for many other reasons. I definitely wouldn't try eating one.
I was going to ask, what would happen if somebody were to eat one?
They tend to not like that, and they will fight back.
So if I were to be facing some kind of unpleasant beast that thought them appetizing, it would be...
It would be some rather nasty indigestion of sorts.
I see. This is very useful information. What of Awaken?
awaken. It will delay a target, slow them down, almost as if holding them in time for a moment.
That is very interesting.
Yes, it can be quite useful if used appropriately.
Commune?
Um, hmm. This is an odd one. It is consume.
Oh god.
All food within 100 feet will vanish. Though I
Jesus
am told it does not last forever. I've been told that after some days it may fall from the sky.
Well,
see.
you know what we need to cast at this party.
Just consume it all the
Oh
food,
my
Drizzle.
god.
Also, at what point in the digestive process is it still considered food?
I don't know.
Good point.
Regenerate?
This one, I hope you like bees. It is bee generate. It will summon a large swarm of bees. They will obey you, a single command given to them. Otherwise, they will follow you for a day, but then
day?
disperse. Yes, a day, but they will only follow one command issued to them, after which they will disperse.
Okay. I dread to think. Magic mouth.
Manic mouth.
Oh gods.
It will just. It works pretty much as the spell intends, except it will just blabber incoherently rather than commune correctly.
Ah, someone put Amber in a book.
Okay. And pass without trace?
Pass without grace.
Yes! That's what I thought it was going to be.
It makes someone move clumsily and oafishly.
I see. What kind of duration?
It typically lasts for about a minute.
Thank you very much, Anastasia. This has been extremely helpful. If I put you in the same extra dimensional pocket as your brother, will the two of you be able to communicate?
Unfortunately, yes.
Is that something that you would rather not have occur?
I have no doubt that I'll have to speak with him at some point, so might as well get it over and done with.
Okay.
I'm surprised you haven't asked about her feelings on Bruder.
I was going to get to that. She's been really helpful, so
She's on a roll.
I wasn't going to mess with that part yet. Thank you very much for your cooperation. I will try my best to use your unorthodox magical gifts to ensure the safety of myself and my associates.
I hope I can be of assistance to you.
Thank you. I'm going to put her in the bag of holding, and before I put in Vellum, I'll just say, Vellum, be nice.
You just get a sound.
Ugh, men.
Wow.
Tia, you are truly a marvel. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm so glad you like it. She has been very good company. I hope she takes care of you as well.
Her magic is honestly rather impressive. I look forward to trying to apply these unorthodox spells to certain situations.
So, my dear girlfriend, shall we head to dinner? And she gives you a very sly smirk.
Yes.
They said that thing.
I know somewhere with a beautiful view of the ocean.
I can just picture this now. It's going to be somewhere near the Weatherby Trading Center, and another gnome's going to go into orbit at some point during.
That's
But
okay.
this
Storm doesn't have
time-
fireworks, so.
But this time
Yet.
I have a cape of the mountebank and can just immediately teleport.
True.
just teleport. Storm! 2 dates! 2 dates in a row!
Let me have a love life, I swear to God!
I'm pretty sure Kovac doesn't know about her setting off the fireworks for the first one.
Actually, I think you're right.
Actually,
Remember
with
if it was
the,
actually told to you or not.
the Cape of the Montebank, so could you dimension door 500 feet straight up in the air and then feather fall so you slowly glide back down to Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally good.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. So we will end our session there at Sam about to go meet her father again after so long. Since the start of the campaign, what could possibly go wrong?
I cannot
We
wait
need
for
to
next
end
session now.
because I'm so tired and my eyes are starting to tear.
And
Yes.
Mug meeting the Elder Weatherby for the first time.
Yes,
Oh
which
yeah, you've not
honestly I
met
don't know.
him.
I don't know which one concerns me more.
Something to note is you'll have left Storm unattended again.
Yep. Yep.
Mm.
This was my point about another date potentially having an explosion in the background.
I'm sure I'll be fine. What's the worst she could do? It's not like there's a gnome outhouse somewhere for her to throw her fireworks in.
What are you talking
She doesn't
about?
have fireworks.
She has
She's got dynamite.
Yeah, but there
Dynamite!
isn't a gnome outhouse. She doesn't need to cause a distraction. It's all good.
What
Actually, Mug feels a little bit of guilt over that one as well, because he told Storm to make a distraction.
To be fair, she put fireworks in an empty cubicle and then told him not to go in there, and he went in there anyway.
This is true. This is true. This is why gnomes need to die. They just don't listen.
Oh, there's
Yes,
the
darling.
poor gnomes.
Right. Well, on that note,
How
who are
many
we
gnomes
reading?
have we got left?
I don't know.
Kit has put through like several of them that I still need a backlog of murdering. I mean,
we
transitioning.
need to figure out because like when my computer reset itself, I lost all of the
Kit will
whatever.
just have to redeem more of them. You know.
It was something like 4 of them.
Yeah.
He-
I
he
did kill a
was-
whole family of them, so you know that does
Yeah.
count for something.
That was a heckin' time.
Yeah.
How about we
yeah.
call it a D4 plus 2?
That's a lot.
All right.
got it, I got
That
it.
is
On
4.
average, it's about right.
It's 4.
Well, thank God Ash rolled for it, so I rolled a 4. The 4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So yes, Mug
I
is.
got a girlfriend!
No girlfriend.
I'm happy.
Mug will be wearing his finery, his glamoured studded leather armor to make it look like he is decked to the nines in formal wear. Not formal, but noble wear. Ready for the big party.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I had fun. I hope everyone else did. I hope you
Yeah.
all did.
Mm-hmm.
But we now need to find someone to raid and pass on the love. Where is the love?
I'm so
The
I'm
love. Digital adventuring party is on. Friendly here is on. Friendly Here's been going for half an hour. Oh, they've both been going for almost the exact same amount of time. 1 minute difference between them.
Wow. I don't think I agree with Twitch. Live channels we think you'll like. AI Trump versus Biden debate.
Probably more thrilling than the actual debate. Anyway, moving on.
It's going to be some kind of
Not in your wheelhouse, however.
It'll be some kind of unhinged parody. Good heavens.
Okay, so who are we reading?
Look.
Friendly here. Oh yeah, friendly here.
I would say Digital Adventuring Party just because they have slightly less viewers, and so we can, if we're going to share the
Yeah,
love, it'll be more
love
loved, I think. Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Thank you all for hanging out. I'm going to pop us over to the end screen while we sort out the raid. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back next week.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Pete.
Ash.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.